Welcome back to the Loud Sound Epicenter podcast. And tonight we're just relaxing. We're maxing, relaxing. And speaking of, we're going to be prepping for tomorrow's show, which of those of you, which is one of you apparently, for right now. We'll get the reminder out later too. But tomorrow we have a big show. Big personally for me because this is a guy who I've been reading for some time. And for those of you that are staying up, Edward, all right. Hey, speaking of Edward, we got some Edward playing in the room next door. That is Van Halen. And I want to thank bass guitarist if he hears this and if he's tuning in. I mean, he's East Coast, so I can't imagine he'd want to bother with this joint. But hey, good to see you. Thank you, Edward, for being the first viewer. Put first in the comments because you've earned it. And Tuesday, what's up, Ace? A couple of things, a couple. Thank you, guys. Hegelian. Hey, we got a Hegelian in chat. I was going over some Hegelian content, you could say. And big brain content. Thank you. Tomorrow's going to be big brain content. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So, I don't know if you guys all jumped in at once or not, but tomorrow we're bringing on James Kirkpatrick, also known as Gregory Hood. Are there any other aliases? That seems to be the MO with a lot of these types. I mean, it's the way it has to be, you know. Anonymous writing is some of the coolest stuff out there. So we're going to be going on. And just this week, he was talking about the 90s. So, you know, what are the odds of that? We've been hammering that home for some time now, and we're going to be sharing that. Some 90s revisionism, as Grok reminded me. Grok's been a huge boost to the show. Even when he's not on the show, his influence, it's always present. So really love that he's been I was streaming your new what the what is is that a real link, Edward? Very interesting stuff. Yeah, I can make out some of the details just based off the URL. Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, for sure. Yeah, Grok. Grok is great. Grok is great. Yo, Captain Steel, big endorsement. Big endorsement. I try to be a good role model for Gen Z because we talk about the generations on the show, and I want to set that straight for anybody who says that this generation is too far gone. I disagree. I see a lot of Zoomers making waves. Even the ones that don't get the proper credit, I think they're all essential. So I think we can get into some of our content here. I also wanted to go over a very controversial tweet. Let me get the word out immediately. Let me check how we're doing over here. Oh, yo. Man, oh man. Yes, let me do this for our Instagram people. Hey, look, man. Are you mad about the fact that you'll never be on 8? Yeah. Hey. Well, hey, John Doyle was on the show, so what gives, all right? Hey, if John Doyle can do it, then or here, let me get the shades for the post. Sit tight, guys. We're doing some live promo here. But is that fake? Is that pseudo promo? Listen. But hey, if that's a requirement, I understand. If I don't meet the threshold. All righty. Sorry for the delay. What song? Oh, I got to be careful. I don't want this to go through. One sec. Okay, we're good. All right. All right. Good. Good. We're all muted here. Okay. We're all Doyle heads here. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty supportive. But yeah. I wonder, can you guys catch me up? What exactly? I saw the Zoomers are Coomers video. I was going through the playlist. Is there anything beyond that AA has a bone to pick? Because look, man, I got to stick up for my Zoomers, okay? We're essential. And he's gonna, it's kind of like the boomers, how they may not be all the way there, but they're the biggest demographic as far as electoral politics goes. So that's this thing. What about a show dedicated to thrash? Well, that can be this show. I mean, this episode. We can get into some of that if you'd like, Captain Steel. Today, Megadeth dropped a new single, the third single on the third Friday this time. Fridays must be Mustaine's favorite. Let me all right, our promo went through. Man, oh man, my friend's at a concert, getting some FOMO over here. Anyways, let me show you guys why tonight's going to be controversial, okay? It's going to be a bit controversial. Can you handle it? We got something here for you. I don't really see myself as a YouTuber. I see it as more as streaming because this is a lot more free flowing. Whereas as I was saying, my CD, my Joe Satriani CD is a bit Hey Danielle, good to see you here. Hey, we're going to be talking we're going to be talking about something here in a second on the show. Something that we went over for a bit. And I think you'll finally. Oh, dude, we just got 1K on Twitter. My goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Okay, here we go. Is this a little hold on. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you. It is an honor. All right. Enough with the distractions, enough with the what have yous. Let's get right down to brass tacks, okay? Let's unveil rather. Let's not pull up my Bank of America account. I mean, I trust you guys, but let's keep it close to the chest there. So let's pull up Twitter, our other epicenter, and we're gonna have to go into the Grok DMs because once again, his presence. You can thank him for this being the topic for today. All right, let's share screens. Hope you wore that shirt in Vegas. I did wear this shirt. Tyler Russell was very supportive, so shout out to him. He just had a birthday. The guy is one of the best Zoomers out there. Zoomer super soldier. All right, let's share here. Get a load of this, okay? Get a load of this. So, as Grok said on the last stream with him, he brought up some pretty troubling. Oh, whoopsie. I don't want to get any messages out there. Apologies for that. We found out some pretty troubling details about the woman on the left. We don't need to zoom in, okay? You can see, frankly, you're seeing too much already, and everybody else has gotten a little too intimate. So let's reel in the curiosity, all right? It's healthy. But apparently, this Dutch woman, whoever she is, apparently at some point she was like blacklisting someone for being too aggressive on immigration, anti-immigration, that is. Some of the moratorium talk that has been building up in American politics. Apparently, there was once upon a time she was against that kind of thinking. And so apparently you cannot trust the trad e-girl. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? And so that was definitely surprising to hear. Not so surprising the more I think about it, but anyways, this tweet went viral. As you guys know, the woman on the left, very allegedly traditionally dressed, carrying some dairy products. And I didn't like seeing this on the timeline. Frankly, it was disturbing. Didn't like seeing that kind of look, I try to have a clean timeline, okay? Twitter doesn't have to be this big hodgepodge, this as Paul Joseph Watson called it, this meat market online where everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. Now, by that same logic, the person on the right, this is so subversive, and this is what inspired me to do this late night show. There's a couple of things wrong with this person on the right. This is supposed to be the opposite end of the spectrum, a theme that's been pretty popular on this show. Seems to be the one topic that you guys seem to remember me most for, which not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but I'm ambivalent. I'll say that. I'm ambivalent, but this person on the right, notice the depiction. It's supposed to be our favorite, the goth girl archetype. But there's a caveat here. There's some stuff here that I think is a little subversive. And can you take a guess at what that might be? Goth girls do not, and I would even declare are not pagan. Okay, these are two different demographics, and in this picture, you don't really get that clarification. It's just a given that she's got the whatever that is, Northman text on the shirt, and then you zoom in and you see a certain necklace. Listen, listen. A lot of people like to combine things. A lot of people like to combine conflicting ideology. This is not a new thing, but if you're gonna create a meme, which is, as you can see down here, it's viral. Okay, this isn't some nobody spewing disinformation. People might even take this post seriously. So I want to set the record straight for those of you that are on our side of Twitter and you see this stuff. You got to call it out as it is. Call balls and strikes, because this woman on the right doesn't get approval on this show. You might think so. You might take a first glance and say, what's the big deal? Basically the same thing we advocate for. And no. This is subversive, okay? The same way we go after the current manifestation, alleged incarnation of the goth girls today, this emo, art ho thing. We disavow that. That has no place. Hey, this channel is no place for that kind of stuff, all right? This is a perversion. This is subversion. And this is not my heritage, okay? Totally ruining our culture and what we had back in the early 2000s, okay? Avril Lavigne never would have dressed like this, not once. You can't find a comparable picture. It doesn't exist. So that's the big problem with this tweet, okay? If you want to depict the goths in a very specific way, I better see more than one sentence here up on this caption. So that's the thing. We wholeheartedly disavow the modern goths. They're just not what they used to be. And I was even getting some pushback. I don't know. This might have been on Politically Provoked. People say the only reason that you're shilling this archetype is because of some kind of a sexual thing, but that doesn't even hold up. That wouldn't hold up in a court of law, because the thing that we don't like is the fact that it's become this like art ho thing. It's become this totally slutty caricature, and that's not what we like. Okay, we like the wholesome early 2000s look, and it was part of our childhood. So how could we reject? How could we declare war on our own heritage? What a sick idea that is. So that's the thing, and I feel like there's just not enough clarification. All these nuances, you don't have any experts setting it straight, and so that's hopefully this has been educational. People think it's not just one big thing, because that's the thing with Zoomers is they look at one subgenre and think it's emblematic of the genre itself. It's wrong. It's not ideal. Hopefully, I'm getting through to some people here. Hopefully, it's not just me. Oh, who are we talking about? Wait, oh, is that somebody? Oh, I didn't even recognize. Excuse me. That is not Danielle, that is not your friend. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Is this breaking news? Wait a second. What is going on here? Did we just expose somebody? Oh no. No, no, no. Wait a second. Wait a second. Danielle, I'm gonna need some receipts to back that up. Okay, a lot of girls, you can't even tell nowadays who's who because it's all just one big corporate thing. Well, look, I apologize if you know this person intimately. Look, I guess what we're really how am I gonna walk that back? Listen, I guess we're more so going after the aesthetic, but listen, people, obviously women have agency, and so they can easily learn from their errors. So I don't take any of it back. This is a very serious problem. But that is funny, 6 degrees of 6 degrees of goth girl. Eventually, everything revolves around somebody that we know. Here, let me. I think I know somebody who might be interested. What are the odds of that? What are the odds? I'm glad. I'm glad I went live to. Oh, I spelled somebody's name wrong. All right. All right. But yeah, I saw that, and I don't even. Let's look at some of the comments there. Because I think Geo got in there. Geo got in the ring. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. What else? Do we have any support here? Oh, Paul. Paul from Cancel Proof. Yeah, both wearing too much makeup. Yeah, that's another contention. The makeup question. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, is there really a caution sign? It has to be her, right? Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Life imitates art. Yeah, yeah. Hey, man. What are the odds of that? That's pretty funny. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Getting an update live on the show here. Interesting stuff developing live in front of your naked, steaming eyes. But yeah, what do we got here? Nothing. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Man, this is. Listen, I'm here for the commentary, and I gotta run into something like that. Yeah, man. See, I don't see anybody calling out. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's a false dichotomy, and just like we were talking about with Wendell on the show, so many people just look at the false dichotomy as the only choice. Very sad to see. You gotta wonder, you think that's the only goth style, but if you go back to the original ones, you might find that it's not pagan at all, okay? And we reject that, okay? I know Jim Morrison had a pagan girlfriend. A friend of mine was telling me that yesterday, and it's very disappointing. But you know what? Maybe we have to bring back moving moving some stuff here for a second. Check this out, okay? Hey, by the way, check this out. We used to have our merch here, okay? Our one and only merch. We don't really use that on the show anymore, but check this out, okay? You guys might like this. It's in between some of the props here on the show. Maybe the caricatures are helpful because it allows us to kind of bring about the real identity, the real parts of the celebrities of the past that we like. And so this is what is it? Nonfiction is not fake. So This is a fictional account of Jim Morrison, kind of fan fiction rather. And this, I don't think totally represents Jim Morrison. I haven't read the whole thing, too. Just want to clarify. But having a fictional account of somebody real might help us to avoid some of that baggage that we'd rather not know about. The fact that Jim did have a pagan girlfriend, that's pretty cringe, in my opinion. Some of the Nietzsche stuff that Jim surrounded himself with, it's a little try hard, angsty stuff. But the thing with the goth girls is it's that same thing. We want to take away some of the baggage and reclaim their rightful heritage because it's there, it exists. We can go back to 2000s Entertainment Weekly and we can gauge what some of the pop listeners were up to at that time. So it looks like we have some people barging in here. Let me I don't want to neglect the chat for what was that? With Grok, we were having some trouble. You should read Alan Dershowitz. Oh my goodness. What the heck? What in the Well, hey, we kind of Grok and Thomas were defending Alan Dershowitz. That was a pretty interesting development. I mean, as far as the Trump FBI raid, I don't really hold that against both of them because I mean, who else is going to be the man for the job to do that one? Who was O.J. Simpson's lawyer? Wasn't that Shapiro, one of the adjacent Kardashians? Anyways. Oh, okay, so your friend went viral, Danielle. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So viral in two ways. Hey, tell your friend she went viral on dissident right Twitter. Okay, that's very important. Probably the best level of fame you could ever get. It's like how Zoomers are more impressed by celebrities over actual, real life celebrities, and so that's actually a positive development. Maybe Ted Kaczynski forgot about that angle. Defending Allen. Well, the thing about Allen is he's a guy. He's actually, from what I heard from Garak, he's actually a libertarian, which is interesting. But he's a guy who gets people off, and so if he's the guy standing in between Trump 2024, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of actually it's kind of in character with some of the stuff we're familiar with. So he's the guy. Send her Geo's context. You know what's funny? I think Danielle would actually like some of Geo's content because you know him. He's always networking with all types of people. As Lester Bangs said in Almost Famous, he was a drunken buffoon. That's right. Morrison, The Doors. And yeah, he's fighting with the disc jockey. Can we get that quote? Because he plays Iggy, which I can't even imagine Iggy being on the radio. That seems a little far-fetched. Well, I mean, Kira, there's different strains of libertarianism, okay? I think you'd actually like some of the Mises guys. You would like specifically some of the stuff you've said in chat before. Some of those Mises guys go pretty hard. We'll actually be bringing up Rothbard tomorrow if we can fit that in there. Rothbard does a lot of World War II revisionism. He also, of course, does some of the dissident right stuff before that was even popular. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me the Guess Who. Yeah, Captain Steel, you remember it. I gotta rewatch that movie. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Reasoning Cato. I think we have some merch from Cato. Is that around here? I went to, what was it? Was that Amerifest? That's where I met some interesting characters. I ran into Trey, who blocked me on Twitter, unfortunately. Some shenanigans in the Twitter spaces will happen. But yeah, I think there was some Cato people there, so Imagine that, kind of gels well with the Turning Point crowd. It's all, it's all the same stuff you'd expect. Morrison was with Nico. Hey, hey. Yeah, I've been getting into Nico. Very impressed, especially not even the artsy stuff. What's the one? Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Yeah, let me pull up that album. What was it? What was it called again? I think it was one of the last albums she had. Let me find it here. Yeah, Drama of Exile. Drama of Exile. Yeah, Drama of Exile. Yeah. What's your guys' take on Nico? Because that is kind of one of those Hegelian things. She just so happens to run into Morrison, and it drives her career in a different direction, away from the artsy stuff. Because she was really in with Andy Warhol, the Lou Reed types. And, I listened to that album. What is it? Marble something. And, there's some stuff in there that I think is workable, but overall it's a little too try hard. Maybe I don't really go for the avant-garde stuff, but oh yeah, politically, yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. The political stuff. Speaking of Lester Bangs, he kind of outed her. I mean, I think a lot of that stuff was public anyways, but yeah, they weren't a big fan of some of her German beliefs. I mean, her dad was literally in the SS. So, I mean, you got to make room for that stuff. I mean, if your family is literally a part of a certain regime, it's like, how do you work around that? You're not gonna like I said, you're not gonna avoid your own family. You prefer the artsy stuff. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Someone on Cozy was telling me I'm constantly fumbling with my hair. It's cuz there's so much of it, that's the problem. I was trying to ask Kira the other day. It's like I feel like women would have a better way of how to fix that kind of a thing. Guys usually have shorter haircuts, so I can't really get advice. But yeah, Marshall Ford. Yeah, yeah, Marshall. Hey, thank you. I remember you checked out Nixon thanks to Thomas. So that's pretty cool. We love Nixon on the show, and as a matter of fact, I mean, how could we have it any other way? Gotta support our guy, our favorite Quaker, our favorite California Quaker. It's a lot of history, a lot of history. But yeah, man. I mean, you've heard the Nixon tapes. You've heard. I mean, that should win you over. That should be the only thing you really need. I mean, Elvis meeting him in the White House, James Brown. I was going through James Brown like at 1 in the morning, and hey, you guys remember the campaign slogan? You can't. You cannot. What's this? What's this? You need to cut some of it off. You need to stop worrying. Okay, okay. I just did it for the Instagram, okay? I just did it for the post. You wouldn't know that, Kira. You wouldn't know my stories. They're a sight to behold. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll probably be on and off with the sunglasses. Got to pay respect to to Curtis Yarvin in some way. That's probably the only way to do it nowadays. But ah. Nixon, I think technically was Protestant, right? Refresh my memory. There you go. Yeah, Quaker, Quaker. Yeah, Quakers be quaking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Hey, Kira, I'd like to get. I think you. I don't think you missed it. Or I think you did missed it rather. But I guess I could share this another time. But I need to get your take on this photo because I wasn't very supportive of it, regardless of what people may assume. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You just can't go for this false dichotomy, okay? We got better options. We have better goths, okay? Frankly, we're gonna go our own way. Men are gonna go their own way away from this false dichotomy. And yeah, this is what Northman does to you. It gets you wrapped in all kinds of trouble. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What is that? Phalanx? Is that it? I want to get the name right. Do you have the Led Zeppelin, the DVD? Are you talking about Song Remains the Same? I watched some of that. That was pretty interesting. Jimmy Page climbing castle walls with his sword. Very interesting stuff. See, that's the kind of artsy stuff that I can go for separate from Nico. But Bloody Mary. See, who's Bloody Mary? Okay, is this like a famous person? Okay, do you guys know more about this post than I do? Because I thought I was coming on here and presenting something new. Do we got some is this a celebrity? No comments. Well, who is that? I'm asking. I need your guys' help. Okay, that's the difference between people like John Doyle, conventional YouTubers. The live stream, there's a lot more interaction with the audience, okay? How did you meet the great Thomas 777? Well, that's very interesting because I was just tuning into Scott Greer's podcast before going live, and that was what introduced me. I think I watched his heavy metal episode, and then I went and checked out his Cold War video. Was that what it was? I was pretty surprised because my first impression of him was actually conspiracy. I thought that he was involved in all kinds of stuff there, but then he thought, or he put out rather, that he believed the JFK story as it was, as it was reported, because his argument was we know how the regime removes its heads of state. It's through defamation, things like Watergate, what happened to Madison Cawthorn, things like that. That's how they get rid of people. And so this big dramatic assassination on in the middle of a street. I mean, they probably do that for people in other countries, but in terms of black ops. But here at home, domestically, we see all kinds of, they weaponize the media against people and so on. So that was an interesting take. I think that's something to consider. So that's how and then I reached out to Thomas. He got back, and I was like, wow, I can just get this guy on my show. If you go back to some of my old episodes, I was trying to get interviews. And once I got the interview with him, it was like, we were off to the races. Then the whole show changed, and we took a political direction. I mean, that's not a critique. That's just yeah. No, the Cawthorn thing, yeah, the Cawthorn thing is pretty cringe. The fact that stuff like that, the fact that he's even participating in that stuff is very, very odd. But I think it goes to show you, you know, there's a certain class of people that are trying to get you to look down on him and to you know, I mean, didn't he lose his race? I mean, stuff like that. They try to do that with Lauren Boebert too, who, she's also got similar baggage as Cawthorn. There was that Oons review expose that exposed some of the stuff that she was up to before politics. And again, it's not to defend these people. Obviously, that kind of people who engage in that stuff, it's like, what is wrong with you? But when the regime is trying to weaponize those people against you, it's very sneaky. You also gotta keep an eye out for that. Won't spill any tea. Uh-oh. Kira's got some. Kira's got some intel. It looks like. Bobby. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Elon. There's also, speaking of Oons, there's some similar lore with Bobby and yeah. I don't think we can get into that on YouTube, but but you can imagine. The goth girl who went to AFPAC wearing Doc Martens. Yes, I do remember. She wasn't wearing Doc Martens. I can debunk that myth live on air because I saw her, okay, I saw her. I didn't talk to her. I didn't go up to her. Thought that would have been a bit much, but, she was wearing the goth boots, okay? She was wearing a very specific footwear. Let's pull that up because that's important. The goth boots question. No matter how trad you are, no matter how much you oppose modernity, I don't know if we can ever really oppose this right here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. This is a better picture. Okay, let's share screens. You need the Zeppelin DVD set. What's the title? Captain, help me out here. Who is Bloody Mary? Someone clarify in chat. What color were her laces? Okay, I didn't get that intimate with the boots. Okay, let's take it easy in chat. This is what we're talking about here. All right. We're talking here. Can we because here's the thing. I don't think it was this. It wasn't okay, this is a bit much. Okay, uh, that's a little too unmodest. But this right here. Can we get a bigger picture? Enhance. Harrison Ford, enhance. Okay, the fishnets, disavow, disavow. And then this is like Gene Simmons. Okay, this is a little too much. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, don't save it. Don't save it. We just want to open the image in new tab. Yeah, you see what we're talking here. A little bulky on the bottom. Little bulky on the bottom. I guess that's a little Gene Simmons too. But it was a sight to behold. A sight to behold. Yeah, pretty interesting. What is this? Yeah, this was basically her style. So, hey man, we like fashion on the show. We like fashion. So what's the problem, you know? Oh, okay, Marshall, how dare you? How dare you? I don't want to see any. Yeah, you know what's funny is Marshall. I was messaging Thomas about Gene Simmons, and he he named him by his real name, and so that I thought that was very keck. But yeah, yeah. Gene Simmons. Has anyone here watched Extract? Have you ever seen the movie Extract? That really is who Gene Simmons is. So I don't think you can ever get a better impression of him outside of that Judge movie. Talking about his car that was having problems. Look up Led Zeppelin the DVD. The cover and the slipcase is a desert with a blue sky. See, I think that's let me verify. With a blue sky. Oh, okay, here we go. Amazon. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is this brand new? 2003? Okay, excuse me. 2003. It contains Roy Albert Hall, Madison Square Garden, Earl's Court. Oh, wow. Wow, interesting. Thank you, man. Ooh, I Can't Quit You, Baby. That's a deep cut from the first album. It seems like people don't really go for that. You Shook Me. If you've ever watched, has anybody here watched that Amy Adams show, Sharp Objects? I think I watched the pilot, but I think she's just like driving around listening to Zeppelin 1. That's kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There's like not really a plot. I mean, there is. She's trying to check out this small town, but and there's this mysterious Southern Belle archetype that she like goes to her home. I didn't watch the whole show, but seemed kind of interesting. But yeah, stuff like that. See, that's like perfect for edits. That's perfect for like a niche aesthetic. But yeah. I've always clustered towards the explicit blues covers. I know people give them a hard time about stealing music. We've heard it a dozen times with the Elvis critique, but I love the bluesy stuff. It's brings me back to high school, seriously. That's what I was listening to. Like junior and senior year. What was the 80s sci-fi movie? Oh man, I don't know. What was it? Are you talking about Phantom? What is it? Phantom at a Oh my goodness, Phantom at the Park? Is that what you're talking about? The whole band is in it. I don't think Trump has drank. I think definitely Trump has done some of those things, but he doesn't brag about it. Yeah, bluesy stuff, bluesy stuff. Nah, it's not Kiss. It's just him acting. Oh, okay, interesting. So it's like by the way, F's in chat for Olivia Newton-John. That's too bad. What was that? Xanadu? Xanadu with ELO. I think that's what you that kind of a movie. You were talking about Elon Musk, but oh, it's Runaway. Okay, okay. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John. I wonder what's Kira. I'm curious what you think about the whole Grease arcs. You know, Travolta wants to get with her, but she's like a preppy schoolgirl, and then she adopts the leather, and the. Does she have studs? It might just be denim and leather, but very interesting stuff. Haven't I done that stuff? No, no, I haven't. I can say that here on this show. Have not done either alcohol and drugs. I encourage everybody else to do the same. If you have done it in the past, now is the time to walk away. Walk away, and I'm with him. I'm with him now. Olivia Newton-John created dark feminine energy. So true. So true. Hey, let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. I wonder if I don't know. I see her as more of a Gen X hero. I don't know if people. I don't know if I don't even know what women. Some of the celebrities they cluster towards. But I wonder if is Olivia Newton-John off limits? Is she too old? Is that a little too boomer? Like your average Zoomer is not going to watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High, even though you can make sense of high school just by checking that out. But let's share. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I mean, listen. Oh, it's a little too close, but so what do we got? We got leather. It's like skin tight leather. And then the jacket too. I don't know. I guess the belt is kind of studdy, but very interesting. You could never get this archetype. I was watching that Jerry Lee Lewis movie from the 90s where Jerry Lee Lewis actually uses his own vocals. And yeah, there was basically a Grease scene. There was like everybody dancing at high school. And as me and Garak say, we have to go back. We have to return. Have to return. Does Grease 2 even have this? Does Michelle Pfeiffer ever have this arc? Yo, is this oh dude, this is yo, let's go. Can we get a bigger picture of this? This is like 30 years later. Oh, we're so back. Oh man. This is like pornography for Gen X. I mean, look, we don't have to comment on like how they aged, but oh we got we got Funko Pops on the table. Grease, Funko Pops. Hey, this picture goes hard. This goes hard, I'm telling you. Yeah, this one I think has a little less studs, so oh man, that's so epic. Who could have guessed? Yeah, thank you, Kara, for getting us on this tangent. Yeah, let's check in on the second one because so true. Words to live by. All right, let's because I was on Instagram. This is why you got to be on Instagram. Somebody said that they preferred the second one, which I mean I was checking it out and it's whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, yeah. See, I remember the pink. I remember the pink look. That's it's kind of antithetical to what we're all about here on the show. But the guy was a greaser, no? He has to be. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I'm talking about where's the shift? Do we ever get a shift here? Yeah, that's very 80s. That's very combining the flash with some of the darker metal leaning stuff. Okay, okay. That's enough. That's enough. We're getting a little bogged down in this stuff. Is that her is that her in the Grease movie? Interesting. I don't know. In Batman, she got the full leather, so I guess it all works out. But yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about, Zoomers just are not interested in sequels. They hand wave a lot of that stuff. They act like it doesn't even exist, but that's why you got to investigate. You got to find out all the people you can live vicariously through. I mean, as you know, we're big fans of Christian Slater on the show, big fans of Winona. But you'd be surprised some of the types in these other sequels. You might find some stuff making leather great again. Hey, hey, honestly though, because like the goth girl in question, leather has been totally subverted in a sexual way, just like the goths, you know. Leather used to mean Marlon Brando, Wild One, the James Dean vibe. But now it's been reduced to this, 50 Shades of Grey and onward. Now it's like people think about that more than some of the original ones. So can't allow that. Can't allow for that, okay? Got to take back fashion, take it all back. We're going to clear them out, okay? We're going to clear out the closet. We're clearing out the closet. That's what Bowden meant. Got to clear them out. Clearing out hey, clear out the chokers. Clear out the chokers, some of the offensive earrings, okay? Some of that stuff is just unacceptable. I know you see that with a lot of the goths, but we're not taking the good with the bad. We're clearing out the bad, okay? Getting it out of our system. It's a bad influence. Travolta ruined her. What the? She went from. Oh, are we talking about well, who are you talking about? We've never talked about David Lynch's. Oh, well, actually, yes, we have. I was asking Thomas for some personal advice, some intimate advice, and he used Frank Herbert's Dune as an analogy. So that was pretty funny. But I was asking him like how to talk to certain people, and he brought that up. So yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you. Danielle's got a warm kitten. We're back. We're back. Clear out the nose rings. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marshall. How could I forget? The distracting. Man, I remember I had a friend who I think he was at like GameStop or something. He talked about the lip. What would he even call that? The stud. My goodness. And he was going for it, and I'm like, oh please, please. Talk about modernity. What's wrong with chokers and earrings? Yeah, yeah, chokers and earrings. That's like that's to sucker you in with the thinking all the dominatrix stuff is cool. It's slowly but carefully, they think, oh, you're wearing leather, you're wearing denim, a choker, that's kind of like your belt. It's basically the same thing. Who cares? But no, you gotta be cautious with that stuff because look at where it leads to, the slippery slope. You see exactly where it is. So, oh my goodness, you should get a nose ring. What kind of a doesn't sound like a man at all. Anybody who falls for that stuff is weak. It's weak stuff. Yeah, earrings. I'm thinking about those giant circle ones that you see from punks. Punks wear that stuff, and it's just come on, man. Enough. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Take refuge. Take refuge in your jacket. Get away from the chokers and the studs. The nose rings, my goodness. You got to take refuge in your leather jackets, okay? That's what you got to do. That's got to be enough, okay? Let that feed you, okay? Be satisfied with it. Uh-oh, Elon had the bull ring. My goodness, man. My goodness. I don't envy you. Can't imagine what that was all about. Talking about hoop earrings. No. That's what girls have. I'm talking about what the punks wear. I don't know. Maybe. See, that's Kira. We gotta combine our fashion together. You gotta help me out with what women are into, and then some of the things the punks wear. Some of it's cool, and a lot of it is very cringe, and we gotta speak out against it. Okay, silence is violence. We got to be very, very careful. The gauges. Thank you. Yeah. That stuff is almost got your nose pierced. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's this one YouTuber, she does bass guitarist, could tell you all about it. The guitar, if you look up like guitar covers, like people shredding and showing you how it's done, it's all these women. It's all these like skimpy women in these outfits. And it's very subversive. It's our genre, okay? Metal is supposed to be our thing. We're supposed to have the monopoly, and online it's been completely co-opted by very unmodest actors. So go figure. This one woman, I think I'm still subscribed on the other YouTube channel, and so I would see her videos come up in the algorithm, and she's got that nose ring. Unbelievable. Yes. Hey, Kira, thank you for reminding me. Hey, we were going hard on this on Wendell's show, not the last one, but one in the past. The thing about women wearing, okay, the 80s fashion, the American Psycho. I love Kai to pieces, but one of the problems with the American Psycho aesthetic, it's also like Sigourney Weaver's working class, the women now that women are in the workforce, you have the business casual look where you have the suits for the men and you have the business skirts. And the problem with that combination is it's androgynous, okay? All the people that were freaking out about David Bowie, a lot of that critique is also applies to some of that 80s working class fashion. It's right, that's not working class, but it's this blue collar outfits that people like Ralph Lauren and others were pushing out. Very subversive, okay? You gotta watch out for the women wearing those business skirts. You might look at that and it might bring you back to the 80s. That's the thing. I was saying the 80s has a lot of baggage we got to address, just like we're going to talk about tomorrow with the 90s, all the what have yous that are there. But with the 80s fashion, some of it is good, some of it is very appealing, easy on the eye, but there's also some very not so good stuff that we got to counter signal to never the pantsuit. Yeah, maybe the pantsuit is like the ultimate progression of that fashion. Because I mean, I don't know anybody who would defend that. So that's why. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you got to go up against the chokers. You know, people might see that in like 2007 and go, "This won't go very far." What else could they possibly add on to this and make it worse? And look where we are today. Okay, the hot topic slippery slope, the Spencer's slippery slope. I should wear suits. Yes, yeah, I was digging it. Okay, I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with the suit look. I was gonna bring that back for tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow to get the suit look. We'll get out of this casual Hawaiian look and we'll go back to we'll go back to American Psycho, okay? But that's okay because I'm not wearing a skirt. I'm not wearing the androgynous look. People might confuse me for an anime character, but I'm not gonna do it on that level, okay? It's just it's unacceptable. Wouldn't be caught dead. So, oh man, my goodness, I feel like I need water, but I don't know. Do I leave this desk and interrupt the show? I don't know. I don't know. Can I trust you guys? Can I trust you guys while I'm gone? Is it going to be total anarchy? Is it going to be anarcho tyranny if I get off this desk? Can we ever see Thomas in a suit? Whoa, whoa. Well, I think when he was practicing law, I think he was wearing that. I never went to law school, so couldn't tell you. Shoulder pads? Yeah, I don't know. The shoulder pads might also be subversive. It's making women look bulky in their upper torso. That's the only time we talk about women's torsos, by the way, okay? Because we keep it clean on the show. We don't get too intimate. So maybe we're gonna have to get a rare, but we're gonna have to get a closer look at women's torsos just to verify if that's appropriate. Because I've always seen the shoulder pad look as harmless. It's just part of it's like the flash dance look. We don't really think too much about it. We just see it as very, very aesthetic. Still listening to the EP. Oh, episode. You made it sound like Wendell had like an EP. He was dropping singles, dropping an extended play. It's which reminds me, I was I was putting together some rap verses that were inspired by Book Cat, and I was pretty impressed. Okay, I was thinking about it in my head, and I thought, I could be a songwriter. I really think I could if I knew the right types. I mean, I only know like one person who's like somewhat involved in Hollywood, but I don't know. I don't even know who to go to for that kind of a thing. But I feel like I could write like a song. Obviously I couldn't perform it. The last time I sung anything was in a Twitter space. That's why you guys got to be on Twitter if you want to see me perform linguistically and artistically. You guys might be interested in that. We're trying to get a karaoke night, but maybe some people forgot. Maybe some people. But stay tuned because it's probably going to happen, okay? When this school year starts to get boring, don't count us out. We'll be putting together some content. Now we're talking about Madonna in chat. It's funny. Grok reminded me of epic rap battles of history. Some Zoomer lore there. And he what was it? It was the Lady Gaga episode. And so it kind of got me on this because again, I don't know what to make of Madonna. I don't know what to make of. I didn't really see the like really flashy fashion stuff. People always said Lady Gaga was imitating her, but I didn't really see the Madonna gonzo looks. So maybe that's something I gotta ask. Like I gotta ask some woman. What is it with this Madonna obsession? I just don't see it. As a Zoomer, it's not really part of my heritage. Um, Danielle's an old head. Danielle, I think. What was that back in high school? What was it? There's this channel that me and Danielle were both watching, and then it was like a metal channel, and so We became fast friends, okay? Because the thing bass guitarist was asking me about new wave of traditional heavy metal. Danielle is someone who can really get on board with the future of metal, what it really looks like as opposed to some of this alternative stuff, a lot of the things you hear on classic rock radio when they try to introduce new bands. It's the same people shilled out by like Loudwire and Nuclear Blast. It's just boring. It doesn't really reach me. And so, but Danielle's very familiar with new wave of traditional heavy metal. And so that's Danielle is tapped in. Danielle is tapped into the metal culture in a way that a lot of casual listeners maybe aren't. And the way that the older ones don't get. I mean, how many people older than us even know about some of the, Enforcer and Stallion and all these others? I mean, it seems like you know, the stuff that you're into for the first 20 years of your life, it seems like people don't really graduate from that. And, even people's politics, like AA talks about the boomer truth regime. The reason why people believe in racial equality and democracy is because for the first 20 years of their life, they got really intimate with that concept and they can't break away. But us Zoomers, we're off the plantation. It's like the Wild West. We are outlaws rebelling against the man-made laws, but we're obeying God's laws, of course. Maybe not always, but we try to. And on the internet, there are no laws. At least there used to not be. And so you could go in the comment section and really let loose. But also you could find some music and you could kind of put together. I mean, that's what I did starting 2013, trying to piece together the history of music. If you watch my old videos, that's what I was trying to get at, to kind of show you how we can actually know and understand some of the boomer culture better than they did because they are loyal to this truth regime. And so anyway, that's a roundabout way of giving Danielle a compliment. But yeah, the new wave of traditional heavy metal. Hey, we are returning to tradition, and in the form of of really loud music that people think is obnoxious. But that's the thing. Uh oh, be careful there. Be careful. What was I saying? Oh, a friend of mine, also on Instagram, which you guys need to get on board, is the thing about new wave of traditional heavy metal is it's a lot more melodic. So people say a friend of mine was asking me, the way that bands growl, the way that it's so inaccessible. It's like we can totally discard that from the sound and still have something pretty valuable there. And so even though people like the extreme stuff, they really latch onto it. I think the thing that's gonna bring back metal in any kind of mainstream sense, at least get it back into the consciousness, is having it be a lot more melodic and accessible. Because I remember for basically years, I would just think to myself, it is so hard to get people to gradually get into metal because they look at all the extreme stuff. They think of a guy in a beard. Think of like Five Finger Death Punch. I mean, that's a band that just embodies all the ugly aspects of our genre. But if you get like I saw what was it? I saw Traveler in concert, and it's all these young, in shape guys. And if they're a bit too skinny, I don't think that's a problem. But anyways, you got these guys, and they don't really have a look. They're just wearing band t-shirts, and that's a little concerning to me because I think we're getting a little too close to the grunge aesthetic, getting a little too close to the shoegaze. It doesn't matter what you wear, just go up on stage, kind of like the Ramones, even though Nirvana kind of ripped off the Ramones in a lot of ways, kind of wearing casual stuff on stage, not really having a look. I mean, they're all wearing the same stuff, but that's kind of the point, right? That is kind of like their uniform. And so, I think the Ramones look is a little bit different because it really isn't just whatever. It is a look. That's why they're all wearing it. But like, Kurt going on stage, one minute it's a dress, the other it's a really long, just a long sleeve shirt that looks like something you'd wear to bed in the winter. That kind of stuff it's just cringe. It's like anti-art, anti-aesthetic, postmodern. by its real definition. And so when I was at that Traveler concert, I love seeing the young people. I love seeing I mean, I don't know if they're Gen Z, they look it. I know the singer's a bit older. That part is obvious, but I since that concert, I really go back to it as a reference because I think about if more people looked like that and if instead of just, keep the young guys, but, dress it up a little bit more and maybe we need to go back to that kind of, posing in the 80s without reaching excessive levels like a lot of the glam bands did. Again, it's about synthesizing it all, taking the good from each decade and, that's how you got Guns N' Roses. That's how you got a little bit of blues, a little bit of punk, and then in the latter era, you got some Queen influence. That's what, that's what music is supposed to be. These people that want to go after Elvis, they say, how dare you take black music through a white representative? And it's like, no, that's perfect. That's what Led Zeppelin is. To bring it back to the Led Zeppelin album that got me through high school, instead of, chasing skirt, chasing tail or whatever. No, no, no. You got to understand the Hegelian concept of Zeppelin and its relationship with the blues, just like Elvis has his relationship with black music and got it to a white audience. Very Hegelian, okay? It's relevant. And a lot of young people need to be aware of that stuff, put that in the consciousness. And that's how you're going to get better music, okay? That's how you're going to get your real Nietzsche Superman, is because you're going to get a generation that is introspective, looks and retrospective, looks at things beyond himself and beyond the other generations, and through that gets a synthesis. So, hey, mutant, if you're watching this, there's your clip. There's your clip. So, don't include this part though. Don't include that. Make it. We'll get a clean look there. But anyways, that is a very long roundabout way to welcome Danielle into Loud Sound Epicenter, an essential moderator. Whenever the porn accounts infiltrate the chat, she'll be there with Nietzsche's hammer and get rid of them for sure. Your dad was an Elvis impersonator. I can't imagine. Kira's dad going Andy Kaufman mode. That's pretty awesome. What's Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Black Flag's worth defending because I think they were writing that song ironically. It's like how Jello Biafra thinks it's so clever to turn like conservatism on its head, but he's coming at it from this very, like new atheist perspective, which is very cringe. Yeah, minor threat is probably the better thing to defend. It's funny. Henry Rollins was in that Jack Frost movie. Do you guys remember Jack Frost with Michael Keaton? Hold on, I gotta pull this up. I gotta get some water though. Hold on a sec. Okay, the last thing, I gotta clear this up so that there's no misunderstanding. I do not have a GF. I do not. No, no, no. Listen, Danielle is a good friend, a very good friend. Let's spreading rumors in trap. We got in chat. Yeah, Elon. I like the Dead Kennedy sound. I like the surf rock, East Bay Ray. You just got to, like I said, you just got to remove the bad, clear out the Jello rants and all that. But anyways, okay, I keep stalling. Okay, I'll be right back because I just keep talking, and so it's wearing on me. It's wearing on my mind. So I'll be right back. Do not descend into chaos in chat, please, please. I hopefully things will not fall apart. Yeah, see, Danielle, you understand what it's like. Everybody's always coming at our throats. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. All right. All right. We're back on Loud Sound Epicenter Podcast. I needed that. Yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Just like the Dangerous Toys song, just like it. Alrighty. So what did I miss? Yeah, Elon Musk. That was an interesting video. I think that's on Classical Theist. Hey, an excuse to get that going. I haven't forgotten about Jack Frost, so don't worry. Don't worry. Let's. I got to give a proper plug because I got to defend Catholicism on the show, and I think one of the best representatives to do so is this channel. And for anybody who has doubt, I think a lot of this stuff was responsible for clearing some questions I had. Yes, Oscar Toe, let me show you. Classical Theist, he's a channel that goes over a lot of the stuff that you guys are privy to, philosophy, religion, and also he had I think his most popular video is the E. Michael Jones interview, and he brought up Hegel. And then Keith Woods picked him up. So people should check this out. This is 45,000 views. Pretty impressive stuff. And then E. Michael Jones, I just think he's a force of nature. And but Keith Woods also talked to him. Is that right? Oh, whoops. Where was that video at? Oh, this one. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's probably what you're referring to, Elon. Apologies for the... Yeah, it was probably this one. But hey, if you watched that and you liked it, I would highly encourage. This was a great video. Dr. E. Michael Jones. And he talked about Hegel and Aquinas. I think it's really something. It's really something. Yeah, there you go. Hands down. This EMJ interview. It was pretty insightful. Some people were going after EMJ because hey, since Hegel is part of the show, some people might okay, you have. Awesome. Yeah. He's that's great stuff. But yeah, some people were giving him critiques because of his interpretation of Hegel. He thought that he got some things wrong, and I think it's food for thought. Maybe some scholars in chat could help me out with that, because I forget what the critique was. It's been a while since I've seen that Keith Woods video. But yeah. Oscar. Oh man, who is that again? Can you put a link of his in chat? There's so many people, man. There's so many content creators. So yeah, that's right. Who would have thought? Not only was Keith Woods on Ethan Ralph's stream, but also Thomas777. You can find that on BitChute. Imagine that. Marshall, you're heading out? Okay. Yeah. I hear you, Marshall. No worries. Yeah. I appreciate you, Marshall. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for getting into Nixon, taking the Nixon pill. Zoomers got to take it, man. It's one of the best. Oh, hey, that is so true. That is so true. So true. I got to get better, though. I got to stop just praying whenever I, have bad thoughts, whenever I make mistakes. You're also supposed to pray to be I've also been steering in that direction, being more thankful too. So yeah, that's got to get better, though. Got to get better. Is Marshall Protestant? I'm not sure. Whatever Marshall's bag is, it's interesting. What the? Not nice and innocent with his dime piece. Whoa. Hold on. Pause. See, this is I come back. You're supposed to say stuff like that when I'm gone. You're supposed to say, "Oh my goodness, whoa!" Talk about slander. Yikes! It's not just. It's not true. Okay, it's not. It's not true. What a ridiculous state. What kind of a guy would? I mean, what? Why would you? Nah, that's just not true, man. It's not. It's not. It's like Joker. Or no, that's Dark Knight. I'm not that. I'm not. I'm not. It's ridiculous, man. Full on clown show. This guy's wearing clown shoes. This guy in chat, this TV88 character, taking him in a ride in a slam. Whoa, wait a second. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes on that Chevelle. Yikes, big guy. Yikes, big guy. Wait a second, but it's not true. But it's not true. You can't say that. It's not true. Folks, hey, listen, guys in chat, there's about 23 of you. You got to push back against this guy, okay? You got to. Where's the moderators when you need them? I'm trying to be an upstanding, like I said at the top of the show, I try to be a good role model for the Zoomers, and you got people. I'm having a Watergate moment here, okay? I'm having a Madison Cawthorn moment. People are coming at my throat. You know who is coming at my throat, clogging up my chat with these accusations, putting me on defense, hoping I'm going to be on defense. But I'm, frankly, it's such a loaded comment that it's not even worth addressing, frankly. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Let's make you a mod. I think you've earned it. All of this. After everything. Yeah, I'm thinking we're bringing a new moderator. Well, the Thomas, that's the thing. That's how people perceive Generation Z, and there's definitely characters like that out there. But I would argue there are plenty of people that can be on the road to redemption and the road to salvation. So we get them to be a little more introspective, and that'll I think that'll be beneficial. And we'll be able to get Zoomers like Danielle. If she loses the choker, that's the threshold she has to meet. And then she will be enlightened. That is true enlightenment, okay? That's what all of the English writers, that is true enlightenment, is being able to discard the bad, Yeah, the greatest. Well, hey, with Thomas, there's so many. I mean, it's hard to pick one. But that is true enlightenment, is when women can discard some of the fashion and embrace, take back leather in the Olivia Newton-John context. So that's when we're going to be older and wiser. That's what it's going to take. We got to let the Hegelian nature of history take its course, and then we will be enlightened. So no problem, Tuesday. You're the man, Tuesday. You're the man. Whenever I see your name, it reminds me of that Canadian band Till Tuesday, the one that was on that singer, that woman singer. She was on that Rush song, "Time Stands Still." That's what I think of. I look at your username and I think of that blue. What is it, like a blue 80s? It's like a bird. It's like a bird type haircut. So to be able to discard dishonorable women. Yeah, there you go. Take back leather and stomp on RNC shells. Love to hear it. That's music to my ears. Hold Your Fire is underrated. Force 10? Force 10, how about that for an opener? Tuesday's Gone, very good song. I remember as a little kid watching Happy Gilmore, and that was the intro. Pretty clean, pretty clean. And then Metallica messed it all up on Garage Inc. More like Garbage Inc. It was very unfortunate. Metallica trying to masquerade as working class, wearing the Garage Joe getup. Very subversive. No, but that's a good song. That's a good song. Even though Skinnerd is kind of they disavowed the Confederate flag. It's very interesting. That's why we have Pantera, you know. That's the counter example. My responses are pretty straightforward. I don't understand how anybody could ever misunderstand anything I say. I say it pretty upfront. Tony Martin era, yeah. With the exception of that pagan album, which I disavow. A lot of that stuff, the Tony Martin sound, my goodness. See, that's kind of what traditional heavy metal should take influence from. I mean, that sound, that voice, that's really something, man. Hey, do yourself a favor. Check out what is it? Nightwing. That song is everyone in chat should just lay out on your bed. Just I remember on one of my birthdays. My birthday's coming up in exactly 10 days. My birthday's coming up. I remember, this is how simple-minded I am, okay? Some people are saying I'm confusing in chat. Here is how simple I am, okay? Cards on the table. Just regular cards on the table. On one of my birthdays, I laid out on my bed and I was listening to Dokken, and I was just in a state of comfortability. And I can't, that's like what boomers talk about, listening to music. You know what's funny? On in Of All Things, Straight Outta Compton, there's I think the scene that they introduced Dr. Dre. He's just like laying out on top of his vinyl collection, and he's listening to what is it? Bill Weathers, something like that. And that is just, that is as close to heaven on earth as we can get, just zoning out. And to me, that was a birthday well spent. I mean, I did some other stuff prior too, but for me to come into my room and just listen, that's what you guys should do with this song. Let me share that here. I encourage you guys to click this link. I mean, if you want to get off this video just to hear it, that would be time well spent. Listen to this song. My goodness. I shared this with Jay Burden too. Jay Burden. I encourage you guys to click on that link, open up another tab, or just, I mean, you can check it out now, as long as it happens at any point. That's something that this is enough to give me everything I need. So, but anyways, as far as, since Danielle is still in here, that's, if anybody's gonna take inspiration for what the future of music, or the future of metal rather, could be, that should be the blueprint. Yes, exactly, Elon. Yes, and shout out to bass guitarist, by the way. Let me shill bass guitarist, because The guy is a modern day Shrapnel Records renegade, protege of Shrapnel Records. He is the synthesis of all these guitarists anymore. Subscribe to Bass Guitarist. He's earned it. Please, 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 please. I beg you. I'll spam it in chat just to hammer it home. Just to hammer home the subscribe button. Please check it out. Well, I don't know. David, is that blasphemy? Because I was wondering. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know. Oh, Kira. Kira's into pop, as far as I know, based off of all of her recommendations. That seems to be her shtick. Just got invited to Discord. What is this? Who's in here? Interesting. Well, let's see what happens with that. Let me check what's going on over on Cozy. I might have to. I think I got to split. Because there's some old lore that's being explored right now. I gotta check it out. Well, if you guys wanna follow me over on Cozy, I'm gonna try to get on Politically Provoked. So if you guys want to see commentary in a much more political sense, I'm gonna be going over there and going over some old lore, some old 2018 lore, if I remember that right. People are telling me to get into Doja Cat. Here, let me let me thank everybody here. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be going. I'm gonna try to get over on Cozy to tune in with Brittany because she's going over something that's very personal to me, a very important war that was fought. So we'll be heading over there and maybe we'll see what happens. But hey, thank you guys. Hey, Tuesday, congrats on the what do you call it? The moderator. David, thank you. Elon, thank you. If you guys are in the Discord, hey, all of you guys on the Discord, that's where you can check to see. I mean, it's not super active, but you guys can change that. Here, let's get the link out there. And let's see here. And so you guys can don't have an account. Yeah, you don't need an account. Or actually, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. Where's my Google Doc? Stay in contact with on Discord, and so that's where I've been shilling the times we've joined Politically Provoked. Lot of entertaining content over there. So here you guys go. There's the link. And I'll put in chat. I'll put in the Discord chat if we make it on the air. Yeah, David. See that one? I know you don't need an account. Don't need an account for Cozy. I'm not sure for Discord, but yeah, check us out. And then I mean, here we'll Doja Cat. Hey, Tyler Russell likes Doja Cat, so I can't counter signal. But thank you, Oscar Toad, David the Gnome, Flippy, Hambron, Hambone. Excuse me. Zoomer moment. George Puente. TB88, despite the critique, I appreciate it. I am not a player, Kira. I am not. More slander in chat. Marshall Forward. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Goes from Cholas riding in a slam Chevelle, listening to oldies. One of those statements is true. I'll leave it to your imagination as to which one. Yes, Oscar, you will. You will understand Hegelianism just by watching this show. Quick, Elon, my goodness. Who was talking about? Razorfist's ex-girlfriend is the reason why I even know about Nick, and I even know about Cozy, and no, I'm not dating her. I was in a group chat, and she told me to check out some dissident right people, so that's as far as that went. Here, I think I can just pull up a tab here. Oh, hold on. It's gonna be difficult because see, people are gonna be very flamboyant in chat. The Discord chat, not you guys. You guys are well behaved. But anyways, I'll signing off. So, well, we're gonna try and see what happens with that. We'll be back tomorrow. Hey, tune in for tomorrow. Very very insightful writer is going to be joining us here, and we'll probably wear the suit to some of people in chat have been recommending. So we'll be a sharp dressed man for the show, and not sure a time slot. I reached out to him on Twitter, and I didn't see a follow up yet, but sounded like he was going to be free. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for any updates at all. You'll see it. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. If any of you guys have Instagrams, please put that in chat because we got a group chat going. It's been neglected recently, but that's because no one wants to be on Instagram. They think it's just a Zoomer thing. You guys can be a part of it. It's very cool stuff. Elon can tell you all about it. So that's that. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night on Rock and Roll Friday into Saturday morning. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys for even putting up with me. All the tangents, all the clarifying the goth question. It's important. So thank you all. One last time, greatly appreciate your guys' support. We'll be back here. Tomorrow, so you guys can even get some more from the epicenter. So thank you guys, one and all, and I'll see you guys, some of you maybe, tomorrow.